We got to see in 4DX because we could not see the Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
Brand new day. A movie I normally would never go see because, as I had explained to you before, off cast, that I don't particularly enjoy Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this new rendition. He feels like a child. I just struggle with the good guy, jokey attitude. But I love Punisher. And I love seeing a movie in 4DX with my bro. And I was pleasantly surprised. Loved this movie. Had a blast. Love where they're going with it. Makes me excited for the MCU again.
Yeah, I noticed that they seem to be really pivoting away from the other trilogy. Like it's no more Spider-Boy.
Calling it a prequel.
Yeah, no more variations on the costume.
Yeah.
We're getting like a classic style costume. He looks like you think of Spider-Man looking.
Yeah.
The iconic costume.
I loved The Punisher. I had a complaint before we saw this movie that I struggle with him being the jokey one and the more serious one being the bad guy. Mm-hmm. Because it makes me side more with the bad guy. It's like Black Panther. What's-his-face had good arguments.
Killmonger.
Killmonger had some great points he was making. It was really hard to be anti-Michael B. Jordan in that situation.
Oh yeah, Njidaka was right.
So, here, it works perfect. The Punishers, I love how they introduce him into the story. I love the Hulk fight that in the 4DX really beat me up the next day. Like, I felt that in my body. I felt like I had been beat up by the Hulk. I was like, this movie was made for 4DX. And they apparently waited 2 weeks to even release it in IMAX. They had an IMAX version.
Yeah, I think...
The Odyssey, definitely.
Tentatively, maybe. No, I was going to say maybe... Tentatively, I think, like, the best action... Like, action-wise, the best part for me probably is that, like, surprise, you get a fight with the Hulk. Yeah. Like, I didn't see that coming. I don't know if it was in any trailers.
It was.
It was? Okay, yeah. I missed the trailers.
Vince was only excited for me to see that. And he was like, I think she'll be in his mind. Like, he knew with the movie, like, he saw, like, the premise and was like, you probably enjoy this one. You'll enjoy this one. I'm like, shit, okay.
Heck yeah.
But people who did not read the comics, I had no clue what was going to be. What options I had. Oh, but a lot of people didn't like Jean Grey, and I loved Jean Grey. Yeah. They thought she was too mean. That's not canon for her.
No, the whole thing about... No, so specifically the take that she's so... Like, just anybody who thinks they've already ruined her should study Loki, particularly Loki's early career, where he rips a dude's eye out of his head just so he could, like, you know... I forget if he needed to, like, pass a retinal scanner or just if that's how he needed to, like, suck info out of his brain. But he tears a dude's eye out of his head. He basically co-plans the Chitauri attack on New York at the end of the first Avengers movie. And now he's heroically holding... through the sheer power of his own purpose or terrible purpose, whatever. He's heroically holding the multiverse together so they can... If you think... If they can't get away with it with Jean, it's because Jean is a woman. Or something like that.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. I was about to say it's misogyny. Yeah. They only want Jean Grey to be the Xavier therapied woman. They don't want her... to be herself. Yeah, she's always canonically struggling with the dark Phoenix.
Yeah, evil. Yeah. Just she's always got like some dark fucking nature in there. Yes.
It is not.
No, she didn't get possessed. She's not like an innocent flower that got possessed by a creepy space demon. She just has the darkness within. So that's already fine. So they've basically had her be a hero with this as part of her thing for decades, and that was fine. And then they got away with so many rough characters. Also, there are plenty of times where people just like the villains better. Like how many people, like we were just talking about Killmonger. So I just think it's an absolutely... It's like you're just setting up so you can, like, have something... if you wanted to just have a reason to complain about Jean Grey, like I guess you could pick this out and hold on to it and be like, that's too much. She killed some people. And then look how long you could just fake like you're real upset by how she treated Ned and Zendaya, even though she shouldn't actually be aware of them as a thing. Like, like look how much Zendaya, like somebody cited that there were tears running down Zendaya's eyes. I'm like, you don't care. You don't care about women, first of all. I don't. But anyway, like I don't.
And Homie forgets that Punisher fed her some chili, and she was advised not to eat the fucking chili. She could have been crying from just like holding farts.
Yeah, that's what it was.
How dare
it was
you
actually
judge her?
It was Frank's
for
chili.
Those tears. Yeah.
But I don't buy the whining about Jean Grey being too seditious. It's just it's forced. Yeah. It's some people might just be really innocent. Like given that so many people engage with the discourse about IPs and they're not at all familiar with the IPs, I think we could chalk some of it up to like I just want to be in an angry conversation people are having. I don't really care about the X-Men.
Because if you watch the original 3, the third one, the one that didn't do well, where Jean Grey is shown her back history, how X had to go in there and be like, talk this child from killing the whole neighborhood, put her dad down, and then she has all the needles at everyone's faces. Right. And so, people are like, oh, I don't like that.
So we've got like zero. So for some people, there's probably like I've seen zero.
Yeah.
Or at least an insufficient number of X-Men stuff. But like also, people just want to hate things. Even people that engage with stuff are doing.
And that gets clicks.
Yeah.
They may not even hate it. They just say it to get the clicks.
I think at least half the audience for House of the Dragon is people hate watching it.
Oh, for sure. And I think there are people who love George so much and his writings that they will not allow this show, just like the Odyssey.
Yeah.
They will not allow the two to do their own thing. We did edibles again for 40X. I feel like edibles is the way to do a 40X movie. I gave Spider-Man 4 dabs out of 4. I would see it again. 4 edibles out of 4.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend seeing Spider-Man and the Odyssey. I don't know if I can recommend the 40X thing. So like we were in the 40X. We saw Spider-Man in 40X. You sat next to a person who was well, you sat next to a person who it seemed to be their first time in the medium at all. And do you remember thinking that it seemed like she didn't enjoy it?
She did not enjoy it. The kids seemed to enjoy it. Her and her husband did not. I will say this was the roughest 40X movie I have ever seen. I had never... Like, the Odyssey was just back and forth, side to side, because of the boat. They were just, like, rowing the boat. Some action with the war scenes. And that was so fun.
They were trying to make you feel like you were swinging through the air like Spider-Man, and they tried to make you feel like you were in a fight when you were in the fight. And I feel like there's at least 60% of the potential audience for this movie has you're gonna learn that it's not the way to watch it when you go.
Yes.
And you try you're gonna let this will. If you need to find out that you shouldn't ride a movie, this movie will teach you not to. So I recommend that everyone see Spider-Man and Brand New Day and the Odyssey.
Doesn't have to be in 40X.
Yeah, I can't generally recommend, or IMAX. I really can't even recommend the IMAX thing either.
The seats are so awful in that too. We've been so spoiled with those lounge recliners.
Yeah, it's not the same as it's when you go. No, you go over to the Regal and you watch
a 40X movie.
And you watch those horror, when we did Horrorween, all the movies we watched for our Horrorween post, we it was like sitting in your grandpa's recliner or something.
Exactly.
It was amazing.
It was comfy.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be going that route in the future, unless it's something bespoke like this.
Yeah. So I recommend
Dune. Seeing Dune in 4DX, IMAX, maybe even regular.
Yes, because I remember we watched the first Dune in 4D. I don't know if we watched the second one.
They didn't offer it in 4D.
Right, that's right.
Oh, no, we did see the second one, 4DX. They didn't have 3D.
They didn't have 3D.
Is what was different.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
But
it was nothing like Spider-Man, right?
No, I enjoyed Dune, but even then, I still think some people might not like it.
Yeah. They would get distracted.
Yeah, I recommend Dune for everybody. Unless of course you just don't like long movies or something. Unless you're ridiculously easily bored, because there are some stretches where you're going to be like,
yeah,
what?
It's a 10-year time jump, apparently.
Yeah. But yeah, I really cannot broadly recommend people go see movies except in what you would call the regular ass way.
Yeah.
Also, as usual, I would recommend sitting towards the middle.
Oh,
or
absolutely.
Back of the theater, but that's not. I know nobody asked, but since we're on the subject, I'm saying how not to see a movie. See it regular. Kind of sit back a little bit.
Sit back.
Yeah.
I have a friend who I'm going to go see a movie with later tonight, Practical Magic. She prefers to sit on the very edge near the stairs towards the back so she can get up and run to the bathroom. So she doesn't interrupt the movie for anyone. She feels like she's a nuisance during it. And that's always interesting to me, how people's social anxieties will come into play with their movie watching experience, their going experience. That guy that we saw, Cat Piss Lady's husband, he dropped his popcorn multiple times during the movie. 4DX is not something that you want to bring a popcorn into, drink into. You're going to lose that shit real quick. You come edibled up. You should be, honestly, I want to say old people should not see 4DX, but there was some older people. They looked like they're in their late 50s on a date, and they had a blast during the Odyssey. But then there was another older man who was like, absolutely not, during IMAX, got up behind us and touched me when he got up. Grabbed my head to lift his ass up. So there are people who just cannot do certain things. They need those comfortable recliners, and I love that they offer them now. I'm very thankful. But if you got the agility, maybe see a 4DX. Could be fun. I don't want to see Obsession in 4DX. I don't want to see Backrooms in 4DX. Harry Potter, I'm going to go take Daphne to see Harry Potter in 4DX. I'm excited about that.